let me say to you that you will never appreciate what the task is unless you are in it. It is like the lotto, you have to be in it to know it. It is a different ballgame when you sit out and you watch in. Because once you get in, all the responsibilities and the needs of St. Joseph rest on your shoulders. And this is why we need to ensure that at all times, we, the people, play our part in community and nation building. That we cannot look at the pal rep to do everything for us in the community, and we cannot look at the councillors to do everything for us in the community. That we have to work together to ensure that we can create prosperity for our people and to move our community forward. If there is something that is to be done, you ought not to ask, where is the government to do it for you, or where is the council to do it for you? You ought to ask, how can we come together to get it done? St. Joseph, you have a whole reservoir of talented and skilled people inside and outside of St. Joseph. And I can say that it is one of the villages in Dominica where the people from this community are always willing and ready to make a meaningful contribution for the advancement of St. Joseph. And you showed it during your reunion celebration, that while other villages, when they came in, they were looking for things, our friends and relatives in St. Joseph brought down things for us here in St. Joseph so we can move this community forward. You have people in Canada, you have people in New Jersey and New York and the UK and elsewhere, St. Thomas, who by a mere telephone call will provide you with what you need to move St. Joe forward. It is us here who live inside St. Joseph who must recognize that we have a community to build. And it is not about criticizing anybody, but working together to move St. Joseph forward. I give you the firm commitment of the government to continue to work with you, to provide you with the resources where necessary to assist you in addressing some of your concerns. I know, for example, you have the road from Kubawe into the public convenience and the footpaths to do in St. Joseph. We will work with you on those things. But I want you to pay particular attention to our children, our young people, and the elderly. These are groups of our citizens that we cannot neglect at all. So while the roads are fine and while the structures are fine, let us pay particular attention to the human aspect of development. We need to ensure that while every child has a space at a secondary school, but every child must go through the full 5 years of secondary school and not drop out in second form or first form. Because in this new world, where the entire world has become a small village, we have to ensure that our children are equipped to deal with the challenges that this globalized world, this very difficult world, has provided to us. Because we are operating now, my dear friends, in a very difficult and challenging economic situation. And while we in Dominica, because in large measure of our strong fiscal policies and the measures we took between 2004 and 2006 in particular, we have not been affected as others. It doesn't mean that we have to go about our business as if nothing is wrong with the rest of the world. Because if we do not take proactive action, we will find ourselves in similar difficulties. And therefore, we have to do more with the dollar that we have. We have to help and to ensure that when the government spends money in a community, that we appreciate it and we take care of it as if it was ourselves who spend the money in the community. We have to embark on fundraising activities in St. Joseph, sporting activities, to ensure that our people live in a healthy atmosphere and community and environment. We have the SUK program, but the SUK program is not to replace the responsibilities of families. We cannot have our grandparents living right next to us and not take care of her. We cannot do that. We cannot have our parents and grandparents living right next to us and not take care of them and calling the government to do it. The government is there to lend a hand. lend a hand to those of us who are prepared to do what we have to do for ourselves, for our community, and for our country. And we have to always respect laws and respect people's values. Because you heard, for example, that the British government has indicated that if we do not do certain things, then they will impose visa restrictions on Dominicans. And one of the main reasons for this is that some Dominicans go to England without having proper documentation, or in some cases falsifying documentation. They are caught, they are sent back, and that is posing a serious challenge for us. We have to ensure that when we are going and we're presenting documents to governments and so forth, that it has to be authentic, legitimate documents. Because by one person's action, it can create problems for our entire country. So we have to do what is right for us here in St. Joseph. And my special word of advice to the council is that let us move forward with the business of St. Joseph. Let us not get bogged down by perceptions of what may have gone wrong or what may have gone right in the last council. We have an agenda, we have work to do. You have $85,000 that many councils would love to have now to spend. My advice to you is let us start work tomorrow morning and spend that $85,000 and let's go to a next project and another project. But I am satisfied that we have in the council the skills, the talent, and the commitment to St. Joseph that will certainly help coordinate the activities in St. Joseph. Every one of you, even my friend who came from Laplin and been living here for many years, he's going on his 4th term as a councillor here. So even those of us who are not from St. Joseph, but who come into St. Joseph, turn St. Joseph into a home. My friend, Mrs. Privo, is from Benz, but she has made, nobody knows that she's from Benz because of our commitment to St. Joseph and the people of St. Joseph. So all of us have had a part to play in the development of St. Joseph. And let us see how we can connect all those dots so that our children can say, yes, there is a bright future for St. Joseph because our adults are leading the way and recognizing the need for us to work together. I will say to you that we have been speaking about for some time now about the fire and ambulance service station here in St. Joseph. I will say to you that the cabinet has approved for the renting of the building here in St. Joseph, and we shall start operating the fire and ambulance services within the next few weeks here in St. Joseph. My colleague and my friend, and I mean, you in St. Joseph, I must say, are fortunate to have in the person of Kelvadar as a member of Parliament. And I will say to you that I have every confidence that if he continues on that path, he'll have a very bright future in politics. He spoke to you about the houses in St. Joseph. Now, let me ask you please, let me tell you please. We have 30 houses. And I have not seen the list, but I don't want to see the list. But I have heard of the list of persons who applied for 30 houses. Do not make enmity when the houses are allocated. We cannot give 800 people 30 houses. But I'll tell you, my dear friends, what we have decided to do, and we have already taken that decision, is to sell land very quickly to the residents of St. Joseph in particular. So within the next few weeks or so, the housing lots at Israel Garden will be available for sale, so you can buy them and help build homes here in St. Joseph. So we are working on that. But in respect to the housing revolution and the renovation of the homes here in St. Joseph, it is something that we will continue to do. We will not be able to do everyone at the same time, but as we go along, we'll certainly assist as far as practically possible. So let us work together, and let's recognize that everything can be done at the same time. But bit by bit, we can get things done, and together we can get many more things done as a people.